Welcome to the Career Chat Show with me, Yanmo. On today's show, we're going to be talking about a word or a group of people that we hear about in the career space, in the work environment. And that group of people are called stakeholders. So in today's show, we're going to be talking about who stakeholders are, what they do, and why you as a careerpreneur should care about them. So let's start off. Who are stakeholders? Stakeholders simply are certain individuals that are invested and interested in the outcomes of an organization's decisions and outputs. As simple as that. Those are who stakeholders are. Now, stakeholders, they range from senior executives all the way to frontline staff. So everybody usually in an organization is a stakeholder of some sort. Now, depending on where you are in the organization, your interest in that particular project may not be as in-depth or as invested as some other individual. But by and large, stakeholders are people that are invested in the organization's activities and their decisions and their outputs. So suffice to say, every single person in an organization is a stakeholder. Now, usually stakeholders are executives and managers. They are employees and team members. They also are shareholders and investors as well. Stakeholders are also external clientele. So you can have third-party individuals that are stakeholders. You also have suppliers, partners, as well as regulatory bodies. So all of these people encompass stakeholders. But oftentimes we think about stakeholders just from a narrow lens, which is my project, my team, the people that I'm working with. But stakeholders are actually broader than that, like I have just explained. Now, what do stakeholders do? Stakeholders generally do a variety of things. One of the first things they do is they influence decision making. And this especially for stakeholders that are in senior management or executives, right? They influence decision making. They also impact the organizational performance, right? So they're thinking about how can the organization improve its performance? How can it do better? And performance is not just productivity, but performance also in terms of the bottom line, the money, right? Are they making more money? Are they increasing in revenue? Do they have, really high profit margins? So all the stakeholders are interested in performance that actually also has to do with employees, as well as the bottom line. And they also help with shaping and fostering collaboration and partnerships. So oftentimes you find in an organization, depending on what role you do, you may not really engage with external stakeholders. But if you do engage with external stakeholders, you will find out that there is a senior manager or somebody from the management team that is actually helping to collaborate and foster those relationships. Now, for you as a careerpreneur, why should you care about stakeholders? Very, very simple. If you are thinking about succeeding in your career, navigating the terrain of stakeholdership, I don't even know if that's a word, but it just came out, but navigating the whole stakeholdership, I'm actually going to use the word again, is going to be so important for you. And why is that? It will help you navigate the organizational dynamics. What do I mean by that? Oftentimes, it's not really, who you know that matters, it's who knows you. Hi, I'm Yanmo. I'm your career expert and a Forbes Coaches Council member. If you're watching this, you're likely feeling frustrated, feeling stuck and unsure how to advance in your career. You know you want more, but you're not quite sure how to go about it. Well, fret not. What I have done is I have put together a 2-day live Advance Your Career Challenge where I will walk you through the strategies that you require to move from where you are to where you need to get to, so that you can thrive, you can add value, you can earn the money that you require, and you can start living a fulfilled life. If that's you and you're interested in the challenge, then click the link below this video and sign up for the challenge. It's 2 days, it's live. I'm going to walk you through it, and guess what? There's a 100% money back guarantee If you don't get any value from the challenge, if you feel that the challenge didn't work for you, you get your money back. So based on that, you have absolutely nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. So click the link below and sign up for the Advance Your Career Challenge. I look forward to seeing you in the challenge so that you can start thriving and advancing in your career. I'll speak to you soon. Bye. And that means that if you are networking with the senior stakeholders, for example, or third party stakeholders, at some point they are going to know who you are, they're going to know about you, and they're going to actually help you, which can mean that you're open to opportunities in the future. The other thing is that it helps you build your networks and your relationships, which is very similar to the first point, as well as it helps you to drive impact and results, because you know that your stakeholders are very, very invested in that particular project or program that you're working on, and it's in your best interest to ensure that you make them happy, you keep them happy by delivering on what you say you're going to deliver on. So you should care about the stakeholders in your organization, or the stakeholders that pertain to the project that you're working on, because they're so important. And you just never know, a lot of the stakeholders, especially the senior stakeholders, they get into rooms that you may not necessarily get into at this point or at this phase in your career. So if you're doing a really good job, right, and because you're not in those rooms, they would usually talk about you and commend you. And I know this because I worked for a hospitality organization years ago, and when they had the board meetings, because I had a stakeholder on my project that I worked really well with, I ensured that she got what she needed. The reporting was great. We delivered. I wasn't in the board meetings, but she was at the board meetings, and I recall her telling me, and two other people actually saying this to me, that she spoke about me, which meant that when there was an opening in the organization, my name came up. Right? Because I was invested and interested in the stakeholders. So you just never know. So this is why it's important to you, for you to ensure that with stakeholder management, you learn about it. It's a skill that you can learn. You learn about it, but the bottom line is you need to engage your stakeholders. I hope you found that helpful. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, right? Click the subscribe button below, hit the bell for so you get notified anytime a new chat show, a new video is being uploaded. And like I said, if you have any questions about stakeholders, who they are, what they do, and why it's important to you, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye.